All right, hey everybody, what's going on? I'm Steph, and I am the athletic trainer slash fitness trainer here at Harley Davidson in Tomahawk, Wisconsin.
Thank you, Steph, for that awesome intro. My name's Shawnee. I'm also a fitness trainer here at Tomahawk. And today we're going to talk to you guys about motivation. It's getting a little later in the challenge, and we don't want you to fall off, you know?
Yeah, we want you to instill these habits that you have actively pursued for the past 3 weeks, and this is going to be week 4. So, my first question for you, Shawnee. So, how do you motivate yourself to go work out? I know you're in a bodybuilding discipline. I have a CrossFit background, recently started powerlifting, been pretty much active our entire lives. So you've been at this for a while. I've been at this for a while. So long day at work, weather outside is horrible. Think of just like your worst possible day. You're exhausted. Your friends want you to come out. You want to make plans, but you really, really got to hit the gym. What do you do to get yourself in there?
That's a great question, Steph, and I'm just thinking about it now, even how to answer that when you ask me. Let's say I got a lot going on, rough day. First of all, usually getting in the gym helps that. But, my friends want to hang out. That's really hard too. And a lot of times you're really tempted just to veer away from your goals and, go do whatever. And I've totally done that before when I was a little less motivated or disciplined. But now I just, first things first, I make a plan and I execute the plan. And even in my planner, I'll kind of like mark off my days if I'm executing my plan. And if I execute my plan fully, then I can get myself something off Amazon. So it's like a little reward for me. But the overall reward is, if I know I'm missing a day, I'm kind of cheating myself of that goal that I want to get to. So I feel like just honoring myself and staying disciplined going into the gym is, honoring my goals and what I really want out of life. And I always remind myself of that. And I feel like that really helps me. And then I'll tell my friends like, hey guys, I'm a little busy tonight. I got to lift. I know we've even done that. We both, have to lift or whatever. And it's like, maybe we can hang out after tomorrow, or, maybe we can lift together, get your friends involved. So I would say those are all good ways to get in the gym after a long day. You just got to honor the commitment you made to yourself. And
so basically separate the short term versus the long term. The, hey, I could have a really, really great time tonight. Or in the long term, in your case, your prep, your show, I could go out tonight, but then that could set me back potentially on my prep, on my show. Going out tonight for me could be, a lot of fun, but in the long run, if I'm trying to go for a PR, set up for a competition, powerlifting event, set up for a personal best, and my body is not prepared because of that short-term goal that I went and said, hey, I'm gonna have fun today, like I sacrificed the long term. So it's just figuring out short term versus long term what you want to dedicate yourself to. So that's kind of part of it.
I would say that's a really good way to put that into really good words.
And I know you mentioned the planner, the journaling, the list thing. Super, super helpful, and it's a very, very good visual representation of where you've come from, where you're at now. I know if I didn't write my lifts down, if I didn't write down my measurements, my pictures, what I've been doing, what I changed, how I felt, then I would think, I don't know. It's really, really hard to tell if you're looking in the mirror every day if there's any changes, but then you go back and you see what you wrote down and how far you've come, then that's a really, really good indicator of, that's actually another motivational technique. So that's
definitely. And those days will be hard. Maybe that will unmotivate you. You're missing out or whatever. But like you said, focus on those long-term goals over those short-term rewards.
Yes,
absolutely. And then try to find a good balance eventually.
Absolutely.
All right, let me ask you a question now, Steph.
Sounds good.
So leading into that, short-term and long-term discussion, what would you say helps you personally be successful and stay motivated over time?
So my biggest, I want to say motivator, a lot of people have told me I have a passion for what I'm doing. The passion is the biggest fire, and the passion kind of runs everything else. I was this way with my school. I'm this way when I train. If the training program doesn't interest me, if the school didn't interest me, if the teachers weren't very good, I didn't want to try.
Mm-hmm.
So this is going to kind of turn into this extrinsic motivation. I'm not great at internal motivation. I am not that person. It takes a lot. I have that passion though, which helps a lot. But I have outside motivators, and that's going to look different for different people. Motivation wise, I have athletes that I follow who I look up to. Danny Spiegel is one of my big motivators. Haley Adams, and the list grows ever. These really, really strong females in the CrossFit world who, I'm not trying to look like them per se, but just I watch their day-to-day lives, what they care to share, the time, the dedication that they put into their training, their eating, and then I get to see it. I get to see their performance whenever they're at the games, their respective sports, and it's amazing. It blows my mind, and just every time I watch them, it's oh my gosh, I want to be able to do that. Like, I know inside I'm probably not going to get to the CrossFit Games, but I can go and I can get my butt out of bed and I can go to my garage. It's 20 degrees outside. It's 20 degrees in my garage. That kind of sucks, but I know that if they can dedicate X amount of time to their training, I can get out of bed, I can go in there, and I can lift for an hour, hour and a half. It's not that big of a deal. So that's kind of what keeps me going, and I also do, that becomes a habit. Just that thought process is, hey, I can do this. Hey, I've done this for a week now. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Keeping track of those results, those wins. You're gonna have losses too, but keeping track of those wins. Habit stacking, habit forming. I do that a lot with like the supplements that I started taking.
Oh yeah.
The drinking more water type of thing. I'm a huge coffee drinker in the morning. Before I drink my coffee, I set like a bottle of water right next to it. That kind of cues me to, hey, drink the water before you have the coffee, and just before long, your body, your brain process it is.
Just getting kind of a schedule.
Yeah.
A little
Hey, I need to
daily
do
ritual.
this. Yeah, and your body kind of like depends on it. So those are kind of different ways that I stay motivated. But,
And you talked a lot about passion and like having that being like a big driving force. Would you say, people always, kind of looking around for that. What would your advice be in, finding your passion? Because I know you just made the jump from CrossFit to a more powerlifting standpoint, and it seems like you're really passionate. You're making crazy gains. So I guess what tips do you have for finding, what you're passionate about to stay motivated and get motivated and find something that drives you,
I think my biggest thing in developing the passion was kind of paying attention to people who I look up to, not just like the professional athletes by chance, but my friends here. I mean, like, I look up to you a lot, and
likewise
in the bodybuilding world, like, I know very little about it, but your knowledge of like fitness and wellness is super, super awesome. It's like a lot. My vocabulary sucks right now, so
mine does most of the time too.
But I have friends, even here in Harley-Davidson, who are on a similar fitness journey, and they've watched my journey in CrossFit, and I kind of talked to one of my friends here, and I said, hey, I think I'm kind of getting burnt out here. I think I like it better when I'm hitting those big, big lifts. I think I like it better when I'm deadlifting a truck.
That's a lot to stay motivated to go lift a truck every day too.
Right.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine that.
I mean, I don't deadlift a truck, but I just found out, just listening to my body too, that's the other thing. My body was dead.
Yep.
The program I was on, the CrossFit, it was like 6 days a week, and I was just dead. I was a zombie when I came here, just did not want to do anything besides sleep. I wasn't recovering, so I switched to this other program. I'm lifting 4 days a week, and just my body has time to recover, and I thoroughly enjoy it. I've been on it for like over a month now, and it's just totally changing. Like, I look forward to going in there every day, whereas before it was no.
Different programming can have a big, like,
huge
effect on you too, like you said.
Huge. But
that's really important to find individually, you know, what works for you
right.
with programming, maybe like a coach, or what kind of sport's going to work with your body too.
Right. Because not everybody is cut out for everything. And I mean, yeah, just telling my friends, like, hey, I think this isn't working for me anymore, and seriously listening to my body, like, one of the best decisions I've had.
You can still have fun, you know, on the side and go back to it, but yeah, gotta listen to the body for sure.
100%.
Yeah, and it seems like it likes powerlifting, so I think that was a good
The
jump.
body loves powerlifting right now.
Oh yes, great jump.
And then a question for you. So what advice would you give an absolute beginner regarding developing discipline, motivation, just day one? They're coming into the gym and, like, terrified. They're terrified. So what would you give them to keep going and just stick to it?
You know, I've been that person in the gym before, completely terrified. I mean, I've fell off a treadmill once in my college gym, and it was highly embarrassing. And to get back up after that and, you know, continue going, but you have to remember everyone's human, and, like, everybody's new in the gym, and, you know, don't let that discourage you right off the bat. Find somebody maybe to work out with, or find a good coach that's gonna show you the ropes, you know, keep you accountable. I even have a coach, and I've been lifting for how long, but just somebody there, you know, a second set of eyes to help you out. And especially, like, you know, beginners. It can be hard to, you know, even me when I started my fitness journey, you know, up and down and up and down, it's like, what am I doing? Like, why can't I, you know, stay motivated? But I realized I was doing it wrong. And even, you know, whether dieting, I was cutting my calories too hard right off the bat, or, you know, just not fully understanding. And I thought I was failing over and over again. And it made me, like, super unmotivated. But I would say, like, the knowledge that I gained then just made me realize I'm failing because my body is, you know, flipping out because I'm not doing anything right. And, you know, it's just back to that knowledge. Finding, you know, even a coach to get you started is a really good point. But yeah, just keep going, you know, don't let anything get you down as and find your why, you know, find why you're going to go into the gym every day, find what's going to motivate you. That's what all this is about. But, you know, find your why, whether it's physical health, you know, your family, to chase your kids around, to go to a competition, to, you know, just long-term health. Find that why and stick to that, and remind yourself of that why, like, on the days where it's hard to get in. And to be honest, we all have days where we're like, man, we don't want to lift. Like, we've said that to each other, you know, it's hard to get in to the gym some days, and that's where you have to, you know, honor discipline over motivation. But, you know, find your why, whether it's physical health, you know, your family, to chase your kids around, to go to a competition, to, you know, just long-term health. Find that why and stick to that, and remind yourself of that why, like, on the days where it's hard to get in. And to be honest, we all have days where we're like, man, we don't want to lift. Like, we've said that to each other, you know, it's hard to get in to the gym some days, and that's where you have to, you know, honor discipline over motivation, because we're not always going to be motivated. We're freaking humans, and excuse me, I don't think I can say that, but we're humans, you know, and we find it hard. We'll have hard days, and we'll have good days, and we'll have great days. So finding a way to get yourself into the gym on that bad day, whether it's planning, you know, and just executing that plan, or, you know, just staying disciplined, because not every day is going to be beautiful in that gym, but it's going to be beautiful long term when you're healthy and you're achieving those goals. So I guess that's my tip.
So find your why, find the people that'll help you with your why. We are some of those people. Don't be scared to start. Don't compare yourself to people who have been doing this for a long time. Everybody had a beginning. You fell off a treadmill the first day I walked into a CrossFit gym. I tell everybody this. Those little clips over there where to hold the little weights.
I think I've heard this one.
Yeah, I couldn't even squeeze those. I was not strong enough to squeeze a freaking clip to hold the plates onto the barbell. So
now you're deadlifting trucks.
Now I'm deadlifting trucks. I mean, everybody starts somewhere. Everybody is going to have their bad days. You and I have our fair share of it.
Oh yeah.
Whether it's not wanting to go, injury, illness, it happens. Just pick up where you left off and just keep plugging away at it. That's probably the best advice that both of us could give.
That is really good advice.
So yeah, we hope you guys gleaned a little bit of information on this super long trial podcast that we have.
Yeah, the Steph and Shawnee show. Stay tuned.
Yeah. There will be more of these. But thanks for watching and have a good rest of your day, guys.
Yeah, enjoy the challenge.